people of YouTube, we meet again, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Today I got a pretty awesome build, but first and foremost, let me just say that this build is inspired by Ox Lux. And so I'm not taking any kind of credit for this. This is all inspired by him. So his craft looks a little bit different than mine and actually works better than mine, but I noticed that what he was using, at least I think so, he was using a method similar to what we were doing with the engines and powering the individual arms, creating that independent suspension almost. And so I was like, oh, that's cool, because I'm trying to like work on a design like this and get it to work better. But what he did was he took that kind of thing, I think at least, it looks like it in the video that and I'll link it in the description below. So mine is inspired by his, but I think it's totally different than his, because I don't think his is doing what mine was doing. But essentially, he made a hovercraft, and so did I. And so I like to think of this thing as kind of like a transport ship almost, because it kind of operates that way. Now, it looks very interesting, and I'll say at first glance, basically, these are powered by the engines, just like the other one. So each one does its own thing, and it bounces up and down as it encounters different things. And so all of these are set to 2 very, very low thrust, and I have internal thrusters that keep it essentially very even. And so, I wanted to show you guys this, and this is kind of what it looks like when it's just kind of sitting around. It kind of does like the individual spider arm kind of thing. Now, I think the biggest difference between what he did and what I did was that his is a lot smaller than mine. Mine is, I think, longer, and so it's not quite the same. The other thing is that there's something to do that I think I don't want to change the thrust, but I want to try something, since you guys have seen kind of the movement already. So if I wonder if I change, this is not even doing anything. I can't figure out what the point of that is on his. Anyway, essentially, if I change these to increase the thrust, and then I want to keep these ones up more, because it dips down on the back, and so. And all of these are the same, so I don't know what the issue is. All right, we're going to have to move this. If I take this thing, and if I do that, it's definitely going to pretty much hovers right in place, which is great. It's doing exactly what I kind of want it to do. And if you watch the video, you can see that my design and his design are totally different looking. This is rough, man. It's and then also the thruster in the back is like boosted up too much, I think. It is not the most like even looking design. Now, there is one way that I can kind of counter this sway. Okay, that's probably why he has that in the back, so he can reverse. Yes, more than likely. Alright, so it just sways too much, and so I think the biggest thing is that it's up off the ground too much, and his design is a lot higher up than mine. But what I noticed is that if I have it up this high with this many arms, it doesn't work as well. And so I think it's because he doesn't have it, he's got a different looking design. It seems more stable. I could also, another idea is to actually enclose this on the top. So what if we do, let me see something actually. When I use that for the base, so let's try to use this on the top as well. There's really no way to, unless I put something across like this. There's really no way to put this down. It's interesting. I'm starting to see like how what other people have created, and it's really cool to see what the community has made. That might be pretty good. Although the weight's gonna be off, and I don't know how the heck I'm gonna get into this thing. Oh, okay. That is actually not too bad. Oh, you know what? That's way better. There's less sway on the top. And so the arms aren't bouncing around as much. Now, the only thing is that the front is dipping down too much. And so we need to fix that issue. So let's go ahead and bring this up here. All right, so that definitely worked. And he might have done that, actually. Okay, so let's increase these now that everything seems to be kind of balanced. What the heck? We had an issue there. Yeah, so it's doing that thing again. It's just too much thrust in the front, and so it doesn't, it bounces up too much. I had one of them set wrong. Is this the front? Yeah. All right, 3 and 3, and then also, let's hook this up. What is this set to? Oh, almost all the way up. Let's lower that down one to 3. I wonder, will this work in reverse? Because this one only works when I... No, it's not. Okay, so we're going to have to trigger... We're going to have to get a switch for this one that will trigger when I want to go backwards. So I'll have to hit the switch. I have a switch already set up. All right, so there we go. All right, so let's try this. If I can even get in there. It's very, very stable. It's very stable now. Now that we put those top cages on. Oh, yeah, that's way better. And then let's say I want to go backwards. I can just trigger that to go backwards. Or to stable me out, like make me more stable. Yeah, this is way better. All right. This is really cool because this is... I'm kind of glad to have found that design because I think it's utilizing the exact same thing that I've been trying to do. Okay, so there's an issue with this. If it's trying to go up a hill, you kind of have to wait a little bit because the thruster in the back is not powerful enough. All right, so let's do that. Yeah, so the thruster in the back needs to be up more. It needs to propel us more. It's too slow. There we go. Yeah, I really like this thing. It's really cool. It's like a transport vehicle. Because you can imagine like hauling some freight on this thing or something. Alright, so we need to go backwards. It's kind of nice too because we can almost control the thing from the front too. If we hooked it up to the steering, we could. It's a very interesting hover design. It's not as good as some of the other ones that I've made, but it's definitely different, that's for sure. But I think the key to this design, if you guys are going to try to recreate this, the key to the design is having the internal thrusters that keep you level. And it almost seems like it would be even better. You know what? I want to try something. It almost seems like it would be even better if you had, for the thrusters in the inside, like in the front, if instead of these down here, you had like some arms that came out. Let's keep it higher. Let's keep it like 2 up. And you had some sensors off of this, maybe? Maybe that'll work better, because then it'll stay leveled out more. Alright, we'll try that, and then we'll also do the same back here. I think this might work better. There's only one way to find out, and that's to try it. Okay, here we go. Get that up. Okay, now let's see what that does. Oh yeah, it looks way better. Okay, the only problem is getting in the thing. How's that look? Oh. It feels better. And it's good too that the... Well, that's working better. This would do really well on Flat World. That's for sure. Yeah, this seems to be working a lot better. Okay, how's it look when it's just sitting here? Pretty stable. It's really stable. Well, guys, thank you for watching. This is a pretty interesting design. Once again, check out the description below to see the link to the original video that Oxlux made. If you like his stuff, make sure to give him a subscribe or something, like his video. Let him know that it's a cool design. I think it's a great design. It's really cool. Mine's definitely a little bit different than his, but you can see the similarities once you look at the video. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next one.